Hello, and welcome back to Health Voices, where we empower you to live your healthiest life, especially as we age. I'm your host, Sarah. Today, we're diving into a really intriguing topic: the possibility of regaining leg strength, sometimes in as little as 12 hours. We've all felt that slowness or weakness in our legs at times, and often attribute it just to getting older. But what if there's more to the story? Here to discuss the science behind revitalizing our leg strength is the wonderful Dr. Morgan, an expert in neuromuscular health and geriatric nutrition. Welcome back, Dr. Morgan.
Thank you for having me, Sarah. It's a pleasure to be here. And yes, the idea of improving leg strength quickly is fascinating and grounded in some exciting recent science, particularly looking beyond just muscle size.
You mentioned beyond muscle size. The information I've seen, including a 2023 study in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, suggests that improvements can be seen in muscle protein synthesis and mitochondrial activity very quickly. What's really happening when seniors experience this leg weakness? Is it just unavoidable aging?
That's a great question, Sarah. For decades, we primarily thought of age-related muscle loss as atrophy, muscle fibers shrinking from inactivity or hormonal changes. But neuroscience is painting a more optimistic and actionable picture. Researchers are finding that often the muscle isn't entirely gone, it's disconnected. Motor neurons, which connect your brain and spinal cord to your muscles, particularly in the legs, can start to degenerate or lose efficiency as early as our 40s. This reduces the electrical signaling, meaning the muscles don't get the full command to contract. They're there, but dormant.
So the muscle has potential, but the communication line is down. Like a dead phone line?
Exactly. A study from the University of Calgary highlighted this. The issue was neuromuscular signal transmission. The muscle wasn't dead, just inactive. This is why sometimes you might feel unsteady rising from a chair, or your legs fatigue quicker. It's often this breakdown in neural connectivity, not just old age. But the good news is, we can help restore that connection.
That's incredibly hopeful. So, if we can recharge the battery of that communication system, as the research puts it, how do we do it? The title of the original piece mentioned, "Eat this one food." Is it really that simple, Dr. Morgan?
The one food is a great hook, and it points towards a powerful strategy, but it's more about a synergistic approach involving key nutrients that work together. Certain amino acids, B vitamins, and acetylcholine precursors can make a significant difference in this neural link, sometimes within hours. It's about nourishing both the muscles and reactivating their neural pathways.
Let's break that down. The research talks a lot about the amino acid leucine. Why is it so critical for reactivating this system?
Leucine is an essential amino acid, meaning we must get it from food, but it's more than basic nourishment. Scientists call it an anabolic trigger. It directly activates a cellular pathway called mTOR, which is like a control tower for muscle protein synthesis, telling your cells it's time to grow or repair. A 2011 study in the Journal of Nutrition showed even in older adults, a single leucine-rich meal can significantly boost mTOR activity. This is vital because as we age, our muscles become more resistant to these growth signals. But leucine can help combat this.
So, it's not just about total protein, but the quality and leucine content? What are good sources and how much do we need?
Precisely. Many seniors might get enough protein to prevent breakdown, but not enough leucine to stimulate growth. Animal proteins like eggs, beef, poultry, and especially whey protein are excellent sources. Just 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine, often found in about 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein, can be enough to activate that mTOR pathway. This is why whey protein isolate is popular. It has an optimal ratio of leucine and other essential amino acids.
That makes sense. The original material then moves on to something called acetylcholine. What role does that play and what food helps with it?
Acetylcholine is the neurotransmitter that physically tells your muscles to move. A signal from your brain is converted into acetylcholine to make your muscles act. Production of acetylcholine and receptor sensitivity can decline with age. The precursor to acetylcholine is choline. A 2012 review in Nutrients highlighted that increasing dietary choline can boost acetylcholine production in as little as 6 to 12 hours. And the richest natural source of choline, egg yolks.
So how would you recommend incorporating them for this benefit?
Consuming just 2 whole eggs can provide over 300 milligrams of choline. A practical tip is to eat 2 whole eggs about 30 minutes after waking up, ideally with a leucine-rich protein source like whey or cottage cheese. This is because acetylcholine synthesis is often lowest in the morning after sleep, making motor neurons more receptive to this nutritional input.
It's like giving the body the raw materials right when it needs them most. Next up was blood flow, and a specific vegetable often linked to it. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, we're talking about nitric oxide, or NO. It's a gas produced in our blood vessels that tells them to widen, allowing more blood flow, which means more oxygen and nutrients to our muscles. As we age, arteries can become constricted. One of the most potent natural boosters of nitric oxide is beets, particularly raw or in juice form. They provide dietary nitrates, which your body converts to nitric oxide.
And this can have a quick impact on leg power?
It can. A 2015 study in the Journal of Applied Physiology showed older adults who had beetroot juice experienced a significant boost in leg muscle power within hours, especially in fast twitch fibers, crucial for balance. A practical tip is to consume 1 to 2 medium-sized beets, or about 8 to 10 ounces, 250 to 300 milliliters, of beetroot juice, roughly 90 minutes before some physical activity. This allows time for the nitrates to convert and enhance vasodilation.
Fascinating. The research also touches on a silent saboteur, inflammation. How does that affect leg strength, and what can we eat?
Chronic low-grade inflammation is different from the acute type after an injury. It's subtle but can gradually degrade muscle function by impairing protein synthesis and mitochondrial function. A 2020 study in the Journals of Gerontology linked higher inflammatory markers to decreased muscle mass and strength. One of the most effective tools here is dark leafy greens, spinach, kale, arugula, chard. They are packed with polyphenols like quercetin, chlorophyll, and magnesium that help downregulate inflammatory pathways.
How should we incorporate these greens effectively?
Aim for at least 1 cup of dark leafy greens with your first meal of the day. This helps set an anti-inflammatory tone for your circadian rhythm. Combining them with a healthy fat like olive oil or avocado aids absorption of fat-soluble antioxidants.
This is all so interconnected. Finally, the original script emphasized the timing of our meals, especially protein. Why is that so important as we age?
As we discussed, anabolic resistance means our muscles become less responsive to the protein we eat. So, even if you eat enough protein overall, your body might not fully use it for muscle repair. The solution, backed by research like a 2014 University of Texas study, is to distribute protein-rich meals evenly throughout the day, starting with breakfast. That study showed 25% greater muscle protein synthesis rates when protein was eaten fairly equally at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, rather than mostly at dinner. Each meal acts as a distinct stimulus.
And what about protein after exercise?
Eating within 30 to 60 minutes of even light exercise, or walking, often called the anabolic window, can enhance this effect. Your muscle cells are most receptive then. Aim for at least 30 grams of high-quality protein at your first meal. And after activity, a snack with protein and complex carbohydrates, like a protein smoothie with banana, can be beneficial.
Dr. Morgan, this has been a wealth of information. The original article, after discussing all these components, boils it down to one simple, actionable step for people to try. Could you share that with our listeners?
Certainly. It ties many of these concepts together. The suggestion is to start your morning with a smoothie containing beetroot for nitric oxide. Include a source of protein in that smoothie, like Greek yogurt or a plant-based alternative. Soon after drinking it, go for a brisk 15-minute walk. This primes your blood vessels and initiates muscle signaling. Then, within 30 to 60 minutes of that walk, have a high-protein breakfast that includes sources of leucine and choline, like eggs.
That sounds like a powerful morning ritual. So, the 12-hour leg strength idea isn't about one magic food, but rather a scientifically backed synergy of nutrients and timing?
Precisely. It's about providing the right inputs at the right times to work with your body's natural mechanisms. Even small, well-timed interventions can produce measurable changes in how your body performs and how you feel, especially in your legs.
This is truly empowering. Thank you so much, Dr. Morgan, for breaking down this complex science into understandable and actionable advice for our Health Voices community.
My pleasure, Sarah. The key takeaway is that your body is designed to adapt and regenerate. It's never too late to make positive changes.
Wonderful words to end on. For our listeners, remember to consult with your healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your diet or exercise routine. If you found this discussion helpful, please give this video a like, subscribe to Health Voices for more evidence-based health tips, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.